This is the Pixio PX277 Pro 165Hz gaming monitor that offers high-end specs at an incredibly reasonable price. And I have been using this as my daily gaming monitor for the last 2 months, so let's go ahead and find out if it's worth buying. The presentation on this is quite simple. It comes in a bright red box and it doesn't have any specs listed on here. It feels a little mysterious. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look at what comes inside the box. This comes with a 132 watt power supply and it's a pretty big brick. Inside you will also find a USB-A to USB Type-B cable and a DisplayPort cable. So this comes with a really nice adjustable stand in all black, and the base attaches to the neck with 3 screws. You will need a Phillips head to tighten these down. The stand features a quick release mechanism, and this allows you to quickly mount the monitor onto the stand and unmount it. The stand is very flexible. You can elevate the display to the perfect height, adjust the tilt for the optimal viewing angle, you can swivel it with ease, and it pivots. Perfect for those of you who like to have your monitors horizontally. This will pivot from either side, but you will need to tilt it forward to have enough clearance, otherwise it will hit the little legs. This only supports the 100 by 100 vessel mount configuration. Now something to be aware of is that this is recessed, so depending on the type of monitor arm that you have, the bracket may not be able to fit unless you have some spacers. I didn't have any with me, so I ended up using some bolt nuts that I had laying around, and it worked perfectly. The monitor has a generous array of connectivity options, and each are thoughtfully labeled. There are 2 USB ports, a Ethernet connection, and a USB Type-B port, which is crucial for linking up the hub to your computer. On the other side, you'll find a power connection, a USB that will only deliver power to your device, an HDMI 2.0 that will do 144Hz, a DisplayPort 1.2 that will do 165Hz, and a USB-C port. The USB-C not only supports 165Hz, but also delivers up to 65 watts of power to your laptop. So you can charge any laptop that requires no more than 65 watts of power with the monitor. Completing the lineup is an auxiliary cable input, which is perfect for connecting your headphones. This gaming monitor has a modern look. It's got the slim bezels on the side and top, while having a slightly thicker chin. This is mainly composed of durable hard plastic, and the back panel has a cool design. There's also a small LED strip on the back that lights up, but if you have your monitor against the wall, you won't really see it, and it's not bright enough to bounce off the wall to be noticeable. The display on this is really good. It's a 27-inch display with a 2560 by 1440p resolution, and it's got an IPS panel, so the viewing angles are excellent. The display also covers a wide range of color gamut. It has 131% coverage of sRGB, 96% DCI-P3, and 97% Adobe RGB, so that is great. Watching movies and videos on here is really enjoyable. Now let's dive into the fun part. This boasts a sweet 165Hz refresh rate, making everything feel buttery smooth. There is very little motion blur, making this ideal for first-person shooters and any fast-paced game. Throughout my usage, I didn't notice any ghosting on here. This is my first time experiencing a 165Hz monitor. I previously had one that did 144Hz. And honestly, I couldn't really spot the difference at first. But hey, no complaints here. So in my PC rig, I am running a AMD Ryzen 9 7950X CPU and the NVIDIA RTX 3080 GPU alongside 128GB of RAM, and this allows me to play games at 1440p with medium to high settings while keeping a consistent 165 frames per second. It also has a 1 millisecond gray to gray response time, and it has a max brightness of 450 nits, which is really good for a gaming monitor at this price point. The brightness level is more than adequate for most users. This also offers AMD FreeSync technology that reduces screen tearing, and I have not noticed any tearing while playing my favorite game, Apex Legends. I also played PUBG, Warzone, and a little bit of Valorant to test all of this out. Now something that I noticed when enabling the overdrive setting on this monitor is that there is some trailing while on medium and high, so I recommend keeping this feature off or keeping it on low. Besides this minor issue, I've been having a great experience with the monitor. One of the best features on this monitor besides the USB-C is that it has the KVM technology, and this lets you hook up your keyboard and mouse to the monitor, and from there you can switch between your PC and your laptop while using the same mouse and keyboard. And this is perfect for those of you who have a separate laptop for work, and if you ever want to dock it to your workstation, you can go ahead and just plug in the USB-C to your laptop, and then from there you can switch between your laptop and your computer. The monitor comes with 2 2-watt speakers, but they don't sound that great. They are decent for watching videos, but I highly recommend investing in a pair of dedicated speakers. To wrap this up, let's end it by going over the settings. To navigate the menu, there is a joystick on the backside of the monitor, and the neat thing is that this has shortcuts. If you push up, you can quickly change between your inputs. If you push down, you can enable the KVM. Now if you push left, you can switch between a couple of video presets. There's standard, user, movie, photo, RTS, FPS 1, and FPS 2. If you push to the right, there are some cool features. It has a built-in timer in case you want to give yourself a break after a couple hours of gaming. There's also a crosshair and there are a couple of different styles that you can choose from, but you only get the choice of green and red. There's also an FPS counter built in case you want to keep tabs on your frames all the time. Now if you push the joystick in, this will bring up the entire settings menu. From here you can change the display brightness, contrast, you can also adjust the colors, but I didn't change anything here because I found the colors to look really good. Right below is the gaming setup, and this is where you can enable the FreeSync and enable the overdrive. There is balance, low, middle, and high. I've been keeping it in low and that is where it looks good to me. This is also where you enable HDR and DCR. And that does it for the settings. Overall, I believe that the Pixio PX277 Pro gaming monitor offers the best value that money can buy. The performance has been excellent. I would highly recommend it for those of you looking to level up your gaming experience on a budget. Alright, so that does it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, feel free to drop a like and subscribe for more tech related videos, and I will talk to you on the next one.